Welcome back to another edition of Laying It Down. It is Tuesday, January 19th, joined by Scout and Sloth. What is going on?
What's going on, man? Living life. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Wishy-washy weekend, which we'll get to. But Scout, how you doing?
Good. Breaking news. Ravens release Mark Ingram.
With RG3.
Yep.
But
good. Better than
good.
Mark Ingram's doing.
Okay. All right. We're going for that. A lot to get to. Playoff, divisional round. We'll catch you up on coaching updates. McGregor is fighting this weekend. And then we got championship round in the NFL on Sunday. We'll State of the Union and best worst of the week. So I guess we'll start with the first game we watched. Packers 32, Rams 18. Thoughts on this game? Rodgers looks like he is on another level. And I'd say clear-cut MVP. Is that fair?
Yes. I think it's fair. I mean, Josh Allen definitely gave him a run for his money the last couple of weeks here. But, yeah, Packers are wagging, man. The Rams, like I said, I thought they were the only team with the defense that could stop this team, and Jalen Ramsey couldn't stop Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams apparently told him before the game, I'm not like the other wide receivers, basically. Like, that just cooked them. So, yeah, the Packers, Tampa Bay, revenge game for the Packers.
Yeah.
In Lambeau, in the snow versus Tom Brady. I mean, if the NFL's rigged, this is perfectly how they wanted it. So, let's do it. But coming out of this game for the Rams, apparently some strained relationship between McVay and Goff. Peterson went to action maybe. And Aaron Donald seemed very emotional after that game. No, I don't lose a playoff game. Hurts, sucks, especially when you're close. But is there something more there? Can we speculate? Is there something more? Do they have to break up this team? Is that what they're thinking?
My guess was he was limited throughout the game. I felt like he couldn't help him as much as he's used to, maybe. That was my guess.
Think that's it? You think that's it? Just on the surface, that's exactly what it is?
I think. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, my guess is he doesn't really care about the McVay golf thing. Is that like enough to cry?
No, not that.
Oh.
But is I don't know. I don't know. Is there something more there? Is he potentially getting traded this offseason?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I'm here for the story. I'm here for
that. I'm thinking is this over for him?
Okay. I kind of I think I'm on Woody's side here. I think it was more injury related, and he couldn't help the team as much as he wanted to. But I like where you're going with it. I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it's enough to break the band up because it's only been 1 year, right, with Ramsey. So I think they can at least run the back with the defense. I don't know what they're going to do with Jared Goff. I don't know. It's also interesting that it comes out that they're having beef, but Goff had a broken thumb or whatever. It just seems like, I don't know, the Rams were fine, inconsistent, but Cam Akers is coming into his own. I think they have decent weapons, so it's just weird. I don't know why everybody can't stand each other. 2021 is off to a hot start.
I don't know. I feel like this team. I don't know if this team is going to look the same because I feel like they have a lot. Don't they have to bake off soon here?
Did they already?
They did.
Yeah, big contract.
So they have no cap space though because they have signed Ramsey, Donald.
Probably not.
Well, part of my take always jokes that they've traded all their picks every year, but they seem to have more picks. So yeah, you got to think they've kind of been all in since the Super Bowl run they had against the Patriots. So.
And this is the worst they've looked. I don't think this year was a particularly great looking year for them. I mean, they lost to the Jets. Yeah. So, and I think the Arizona's probably up and coming and pass them. So,
yeah. And Goff did well with the broken thumb. He only had 6 incompletions. It was kind of dink and dunk, but Is the source on this golf McVay thing? Is there like a legit source, or is it like a?
It was on the score. It was an article. It was a headline on the score.
All right. I mean, if there's rumblings, there's probably some truth to it. So, but I feel like if you're McVay, he's too smart to like.
I could see that being more of a McVay kind of controlling golf a little bit, since he like is in his head until the last 15 seconds of the play clock, anyways. Just like you know what I'm saying? Like this dude's probably literally in his head the whole game. Like, and golf's probably seeing other things at this point in his career.
True. Yeah, I mean, it was. It's a headline I didn't expect to see today. I guess. I mean,
Penny's coming out of this weekend.
Yeah. Bills 17, Baltimore Ravens 3. Just a fun note: the Ravens, while Lamar Jackson's been quarterback, have not scored 20 or more. Is it 21 or more points in a playoff game? Just to keep the narrative going that Lamar sucks in the playoffs. Thought I'd add that in there.
He only played 3 quarters this past game though.
Yeah.
3 points,
but yeah,
though.
keep it going.
Thoughts on this one? It was.
I mean,
crazy windy.
He only played 3 quarters, but let's not forget that if he didn't throw that 101-yard interception, he probably doesn't get hurt, because then he came out right away after that. I mean, he had crazy tackles. You could say that could happen at any time, but just saying, like, the reason why he was out there at that point in the game was because he just threw a 101-yard interception. There was a touchdown there. It's on the sideline. 3 points. That's all I'm saying. That was a terrible interception in the end zone. I don't know what the hell he was saying. The dude flat out said before the game that he didn't want to play in the snow. Like, scared the cold already.
Big fade.
So yeah, the Ravens, they got some question marks. I think we're going to get into some offensive, certain head coach hirings, but me and Woody disagree on exactly who should get the job, I think. But in the case of Baltimore here, their offensive coordinator is Greg Roman, who had this offense with Kaepernick and the 49ers, where it kind of took over the league, got into the Super Bowl, and then never really heard of it again. It kind of got stopped. And now it kind of got reinvented with Lamar, who's definitely the most athletic, quarterback we've seen, and can throw the balls, way better too. But I think defenses are starting to catch on a little bit, and this offense is starting to get stopped a little bit. At least, I mean, the Bills are not a good defense, and they stopped them.
They showed up.
If you can get this team down and force Lamar to throw, and they can't run the ball, this offense literally can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game that if the Ravens get down, they're, I think was the last game they were down 10 and they came back to win, but that was like the first time in the playoffs at least, let alone the regular season, that they're down and came back. So that's not in their DNA. They're definitely a run first, pass second team. And if you just sell out and stop this run, a lot easier said than done. But yeah, you might be onto something that Greg Roman might need to scheme up some maybe easier passes or get people out in space easier, like how Andy Reid gets the ball in Tyreek Hill's like in space, like right away, and let him run. I feel like they could do that with Marquise Brown pretty easily, because I think that they have comparable skill sets with their speed and their size. So yeah, I think he is really creative when it comes to the run game, but when it comes to the pass, it's just like he just expects Lamar to drop back and pass. If nothing's there, he takes off. So that's not really a recipe for success.
Yeah, and they're losing. They lost their left tackle too, which sucks. Happens this season, and they need another wide receiver. I mean, Marquise Brown he's nice, but I don't know if he's really. I mean, the number one guy. I don't know if he really is that for you yet. So, and then we just heard they released Mark Ingram, so J.K. Dobbins probably more all around better back. So we'll see what they can do. I mean, that defense is always going to be there. I feel like they're always going to be contending for a playoff spot. And I don't see them dropping off that much. I mean, Lamar's still going to be crazy good against more than half the league.
Yeah, I mean, Willie Snead is like still a viable option for them, which is not a good sign. And Des Bryant is like on the field. So it's kind of tricky. I don't know. It's
Significantly.
definitely a little bit of both. I mean, and then on the other side, Stephon Diggs continues to crush it. 8 catches, 106, touchdown. Are you concerned at all that the Bills only put up 17? Or are you? Because that we know who they're playing next week, and if Mahomes is good to go, it's going to be points.
Not really, because I don't think the Bills. I mean, the Bills have a good offense, like don't get me wrong,
for sure.
But the Ravens, I mean, they're an incredible. They're a pretty good defense. I won't say incredible, but they're a pretty good defense as
They
well.
definitely were coming on at the end of the
Yeah.
year too.
And they were playing in a windstorm in Buffalo too. So I don't know how much weight you can really put on it. I mean, their defense showed up with 101, yard return, so that makes it easier for them. But I think there were some missed kicks too this game. Justin Tucker missed 2 kicks. I think the Bills kicker missed a kick. So that also contributes to the low score that changed some things up there.
For sure.
Well, let's not act like the Chiefs lit it on fire last game. They only put up 22 points against the Browns.
That's true
And
too.
Patrick Mahomes wasn't lighting the world on fire in the first half either. So I don't know.
He was 8 for 9 at one point.
Yeah, but they only put up 22 points. So
yeah, might as well go there now. 22-17. Chiefs beat the Browns. The main story. Mahomes was a little woozy after taking a hit to the head or neck after already dealing with a toe injury. He's in concussion protocol. Chad Henne comes on. What was it, like 3rd and 18, rushes for 17. So it's 4th and 1 at their own 48. And big ball, Andy Reid rolls right with Chad
really
Henne
ballsy
and hits
call.
Tyreek Hill for
Not the Andy Reid I grew up with.
the game. So
The Andy Reid I grew up with would have punted that.
yeah,
I would have punted that.
it was. I mean, if he didn't get that and they somehow lose, like the media would be out for Reid today.
That was a really ballsy call. I mean, I don't know. They got it, but I still don't like the call. I don't know how you don't punt and make drive all the way down the field with no timeouts. I don't know. It worked. It worked, but
they were moving the ball. The Browns were grooving at that point.
There was a real chance when Mahomes went down. We were like, the Browns might be able to do this. There was the fumble touchback.
That was a dumb call, by the way. That Mahomes even got hurt. Like, I don't know why they're running a QB option. Like, the dude was already limping around. Like, he was playing on one foot, and then they ran him, and I was like, well, this is a stupid call. And I don't know. I think he's going to be okay. It seems like he's going to be okay. Maybe he'll be able to play. But his hit kind of felt like a boxer kind of getting knocked out type of deal. Like he looked like he just kind of like lost consciousness and then popped back up. I don't know if that means you get a concussion. I don't know if that's how. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that's kind of what it looked like. Because then he was running after that. So like,
well, he said he has a concussion.
Yeah,
confirmed.
I mean, but I don't know how bad it is. Like, I don't know if it's like,
because it looked like it was like more to the neck than it was the head.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't even look like his head hit the ground.
But he couldn't get up, so it's like, I don't know how that works either. If it's like something you hit in your neck and your brain goes off or something, don't know. But Baker, I thought looked really good this game, too. I don't know if you guys share that same opinion, but I think he's a legit quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, his ball placement and like the velocity on the ball and the spiral, all of it looked really good and put together. So, I mean, he looked legit to me.
Last game, Tampa Bay 30, Saints 20. Drew Brees, I mean, him coming off the field, looking back, all that stuff. It looks like he's done. It's his last game.
Standing on a corner.
Yeah, Sean Payton, so everyone saw the trick play, you put Jameis in. The Bears literally ran that against the Saints the very week before, but it was dropped in the end zone. So Sean Payton was like, all right, I got Jameis, throws a deep touchdown, exact same play. Pretty awesome. Also, if you're the Bucs and Jameis comes in, What's the only thing he does better than Drew? Throw it deep, wide open, touchdown. Thoughts on this game? This was I tweeted this team sucks, and then it got good. Yeah. Can he change his name on Twitter? Because he wasn't in the stat sheet. No catches for can't guard Mike.
Did you see him crying on Instagram?
No.
He posted like a slow-mo of his catch that he had in the end zone that was called incomplete. And it was like, see, my knee was in and I have the ball, but it was like, dude, your knee was out of bounds. Like if you slow it down to like the millisecond, maybe there's a chance, but like you were out of bounds.
Yeah, I saw the pick. He only had 4 targets. And then one was that touchdown that was, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as say 50-50, but if it's called a touchdown on the field, I'm not sure if they overturn it. I don't know. I'm not going to read too much into can't guard Mike here. I think Drew Brees is done.
Yeah. Jameis Winston.
Much better with Jameis under the helm, I think.
One for one. Resign him, right?
Yeah. And he took a discount, right? Didn't he get like $1 million or something? He's on the team for cheap.
So guys, what do we think? Do we think that Sean Payton wants to sign him? Because when Drew Brees was hurt, they started Taysom Hill. Like Jameis was the backup.
They want the perfect prototype of Taysom Hill. Does he want Cam Newton? Does he go get him?
Ooh.
I feel like Taysom is better at this point.
I think you might re-sign Winston and try and do the 2 quarterback thing, like full on, and it's not going to work. It won't work.
The Saints they're about to be a bad franchise for us.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
No, I mean, if they don't re-sign, if Jameis really is like who he's always kind of been, they're a 7-9, 8-8 team every year.
Oh, that's bold, man. That's like saying the Patriots are going to be a bad franchise.
Until they get a quarterback, I don't see how they're going to be a great one.
Yeah, especially if Brady stays. Now. I mean,
the Saints are in a tough division where up-and-coming teams, man. Unlike teams that have a quarterback. If you want to go with Jameis, fine, go with Jameis, and hopefully you can turn him into, do a Ryan Tannehill magic experiment on him. But if you can't, you're going to be 7-9, 8-8.
Wait, I don't know. I might be by myself here, but new eyes, Jameis Winston, I think is a 11-win team.
I'm hoping he starts. I'm hoping they sign him.
Well, I think he's better than Drew Brees right now, and they've won how many games?
Yeah,
they win. What, he had 11 games, 12 games, 11 games with a hurt Drew Brees who couldn't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field, and Taysom Hill started 3 games or whatever, and they lost a fluky game to the Birds. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they do worse with Jameis Winston with fresh eyeballs.
Well, I hope we find out. I hope we do.
Me too.
Interceptions will definitely change the team up.
I'm taking the over Saints wins next year if Jameis Winston's at the helm.
All right, we'll hold you to it.
I'm marking this down. I'm clipping it.
I guess we didn't have an episode before Urban, right? Was that in between our episodes? Urban Meyer did the Jags?
In between, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the probably biggest news coaching wise.
They still take Trevor Lawrence?
So
I think they do.
I believe that Justin Fields was after Urban Meyer.
Okay.
Like Ryan Day was the one who got Justin Fields, not Urban Meyer. At least that's what I like put together.
Uh-huh.
But that's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Ohio State pride stick together, maybe. I don't know.
I think they take Lawrence. The only way they don't is if they somehow trade for Deshaun, would be my guess.
Okay.
I don't know if they have the pieces to do that or not, but
Deshaun would hate that. You want to go from the Texans to the Jaguars, bro? That would be the dumbest shit ever.
Can you? I mean, yeah.
Well, didn't he tweet?
Swing it.
Didn't he tweet something about New York in 2013? Did you see that tweet?
No.
A tweet that he had in 2013 said, "Getting my squad ready for the NFL draft. See me in New York," or something like that. I don't know if that was because the draft was in New York, or if that's where he wanted to go.
I hope he doesn't.
Hey, the
'Cause
Jets, man,
the Jets is a very possible option.
with Salah especially.
They have the second overall pick. Darnold,
That's
I'm
gonna
sure
be
would
a
get
fucking
shipped.
dumpster fire.
I hope it is, but if I will not be pumped if Deshaun goes to the Jets instead.
What do you guys think about him, Salah?
Yeah,
Do you guys think
Salah
he's
to
going to
the
be a good
Jets.
coach?
I think he
Nope.
will be.
Nope.
He reminds me of Brian Flores a lot, Woody.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. But someone I talked to who was a 49ers fan said he's like a rah-rah guy and all that. And you can't really do that as a head coach, right? Or do it well. But I mean,
just get into it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
These are terrible hires. Like, I don't know what.
Okay. I know where you're going. Okay.
There's four hires right now, right? And they've all been defensive coordinators. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Rams just signed Brandon Staley, who's the DC of the Rams. Sorry, the Chargers signed the Rams DC.
So the best candidate is still out there, and I guess partially because like you can't really interview him right now, but Eric Bieniemy how do you not hire him?
He's probably not going to get a job.
He might not.
He's not going to get a job again. And then the Bills offensive coordinator said he's going to stay. So two best candidates, like off the board. Hiring these defensive coordinator coaches. Sure, there's exceptions to the rule. You bring up Bill, you can say Bill Belichick. However, he's had Josh McDaniels since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I don't know how he's been able to hold on to him for that long.
Well, McDaniel just backs out of deals like a pussy. So
yeah,
that's how
he's going to be the Eagles coach. So get ready.
He's the front runner.
90% chance, apparently.
Yep.
But what happens with these defensive coordinator head coaches is that they have to put their trust of the offense into an offensive coordinator. Now, if you have a young quarterback, like some of these teams do, is Justin Herbert, Sam Darnold, even Carson Wentz still, I guess you could say. These quarterbacks have to learn a whole other offensive system again. Do you think Darnold's going to be good under a new offensive system? No, it'll be absolutely terrible. Justin Herbert just learned a whole offensive system. Now he's got to learn a whole new one in his second year. He's going to be terrible. Like, they're going to take a step back for sure. As soon as the Bills offensive coordinator leaves, the Bills are going to take a step back. As soon as even with the Eagles, you could tell Frank Reich had his hands on the majority of the offense because as soon as he left, the Eagles offense went to shit. So it's very tough, I think, for these teams to turn around an offensive coordinator and like have the quarterback to consistently do it and run it well. Like, you could tell the teams that have the head coaches that have their hands on the offense, their teams are always there because their offense is always going to produce, i.e. the Saints. Sean Payton's offense always going to produce. They're always going to be around and like contesting for the playoffs for the most part. But like you look at like Seattle, like what's their problem? Offense. Even what was the Dolphins' problem this year? Offense. Like these teams that have a defensive coordinator head coach, like their offenses, they just are not as strong. And when your team finally does get a strong offense, your offense coordinator gets hired as a head coach somewhere else and goes beat you. So I don't know. I don't like these head coach hires. I hope the Eagles do not hire a defensive head coach.
So you want McDaniels?
I don't want McDaniels because I think he's, like you said, I think he's kind of an asshole. I literally want the Chiefs offensive coordinator. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's the best available guy.
It happened to Salah. I don't know when it was, but he got passed because they went deep into the playoffs, and that's what's happening to the enemy here.
And don't get me wrong, I don't think it's that defensive coordinators can't be successful. I think it just makes it harder to be successful. You can definitely have a consistent defense. That defense has to be there all the time, and that can carry you as well. But this new NFL is all about points. I mean, the Chiefs are always going to be up there if they have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Like, they're just going to be able to have the same offensive style and just keep running through, and they're just going to have offensive coordinators all over the NFL, like every year. So, I don't know. That's kind of my take on it.
Woody, what do you think? I don't know.
I just don't
know
think it's
how I
that
feel
black
about
and
this
white.
theory.
I mean,
You don't think it
the
doesn't give
teams-
you like a bit of advantage though?
if you get the right guy, I think there's something to be said. Like those teams you mentioned also like made the playoffs. Like the Seahawks are consistently in the playoffs. And I don't know. I don't think like I would just be like I'm only going to look offensive coach wise. I mean, if you have an Andy Reid and a Sean Payton, guys like that who are brilliant when it comes to offense, like of course that's going to help. But I don't know. I think like the Dolphins have ran through offensive minded coaches, and obviously it's been 2 years, but if you can find like just a leader and guys who want to play for it, I think that's the biggest thing in my opinion. So I don't know. I think Salah's going to be great. I hope he's not, but he seems like you said, Scout, similar to like that energy and leadership of Flores. So
Even Mike Tomlin, if you will.
Yeah.
Like he's another guy that you could kind of, break that theory a little bit because he's not an offensive minded guy. But I mean, I think there's something to what you said, Sloth. I think it's a lot easier for offensive minded head coaches to be consistent because they're not constantly overturning the offense. So when you have that system in play for a number of years, guys aren't adjusting every single year, every 4 years, every 3 years. They're just consistent, and it's like there's nothing new to learn. So I think there's something to that for sure. But I don't know. I just think when you get somebody like Salah, who's just kind of been a rock star and all the players love him, it's hard to pass up on him.
I mean, I think it makes it easier if you have an older quarterback, but I think when you have a quarterback on a rookie deal, and if you have to cycle through offensive schemes every year and a half, 2 years or whatever, I think that makes it extremely difficult. I think it kind of fucks up a young quarterback.
It absolutely can if you don't have consistency. Playbooks, learning new verbiage and all that stuff, it's going to screw you up right when you're getting the hang of it at the end of the year. You got a new guy and you do it all over again. I mean, Eagles and Texans are the only ones still available. Is that true? So, I don't know if you guys saw this. Gase was going to have a talk with the Seahawks so they can let Russ cook in the hyperdrive. So that'd be cool.
Well, you hear Pete Carroll wants to run the ball more, and that's all Adam Gase knows how to do.
All he knows how to do.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, so this is a bit. I have DK Metcalf in fantasy 6th round. I think I'm changing my keeper.
If they hire Adam Gase, I think you have to.
Pete Carroll wants to run the ball
to Green Bay. I would request a trade to Green Bay. Give me Devontae Adams and DK on the same team.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't want any parts of this offense next year with Adam Gase, the slowest pace of play of all time. Because the more plays you run, the worse chance you have to win, right? This literally makes absolutely no sense at all. But let's hire Adam Gase and get him.
I hope it happens.
For Russell Wilson, I hope it doesn't happen, but
they're putting him in jail. They're putting him in a prison.
Can you imagine Adam Gase in that lime green? His eyes popping.
Do you think we'll ever get an answer about that eye popping thing? Because that was the weirdest shit ever.
He was cracked out on something. 100%. And if you look up videos on YouTube, he'll do the smelling salts on the sideline, and he looks like a freak. Like he's not thinking clearly. We'll see where he's gonna get a job. It's unbelievable. I don't know what he does because it's not in the game. Once you're in the NFL, you're in, coaching wise.
He's never even had success. Why is he?
Because he won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, right?
Because Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl in Denver, thanks to the defense. So, defense. Anyway, McGregor, Sloth, big fight this weekend. Give us the lowdown because I have no idea except that he's fighting.
McGregor first round knockout.
see. Well, let me give you the rundown. I don't have the rundown in front of me.
Is it a pay-per-view? Do I have to pay for this, or can
It
I
is
watch
a
it?
pay-per-view. This
Okay.
is a pay one. This is in Abu Dhabi. I think it's
Fight Island?
Yep.
Okay.
Connor
Cool.
has said that he is going to knock him out in the first 60 seconds. So
Wow.
that's some shit. Yeah, I think. Oh, and Habib had a meeting with Dana White about fighting again, and he said he needs to see something spectacular in UFC 257 for him to want to fight again.
Really?
So whatever that means, I guess maybe if Connor knocks this guy out in 60 seconds, he'll come and fight Connor again. I think that's the only thing that really probably makes sense.
I think if he sees the paycheck, he would do it regardless, right? It would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, Habib versus Connor would be insane because Connor still thinks that. Oh, and Connor was saying some dumb shit that he's still like the champion because the time that when Habib beat him, he like ran out of the ring and didn't like get the belt put on him, so therefore he never lost the belt. Everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
So he's like, whatever.
It
So,
makes perfect sense.
Yep.
yeah, we'll see. But I mean, Dustin Poirier, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
26-6. Connor's 22-4.
Tail of the tape.
Both 5'9". Poirier's 10 pounds heavier. Loses 2 inches in reach though.
Let's not overthink this.
But
Conor McGregor, knockout.
Connor's coming back with a vengeance. This is his, third time coming out of retirement. So I think it's time for him to shine, right?
Yeah, I mean, he wins this, right? And then fights Khabib when people can be in venues together again and they make $1 gazillion. And then he never fights again.
This is kind of crazy that he's even getting this fight because Poirier is number 2 and Connor's number 15. Like, how the fuck is he like getting even? Like, Connor is not on a good run lately.
Eyeballs.
Yeah,
All it can be.
I guess that was probably his demand after he retired. He was like, I just gotta do this so that. Who did he lose to? Didn't he just lose to somebody?
I thought Khabib was his last fight.
Cowboy, right?
Yeah, he beat Cowboy in 40 seconds.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a quick one. But Cowboy's banged up. I guess his fight before that was Habib, so he's only fought twice in the last 2 years. 3 times in the last 4. He doesn't fight that much. It's kind of crazy. 2016 was his heyday.
So, Sloth, how did we do on our wagers last week? We had, unfortunately, our games to check out are dwindling week after week. We have 12 quarters of NFL football left this season. And we got 2 really good matchups. We got Tampa Bay, Green Bay. These are both rematches from week 6, by the way. The Bucks beat Green Bay 38-10 after scoring 38 unanswered in week 6. They are getting Vita Vea back, which is big for the defensive line. And then Buffalo lost to Kansas City in week 6, 26-17. So Kansas City favored by 3, total 54.5, and Green Bay is favored by 4, total 51. The line for Kansas City is probably a little risky because we don't know about Mahomes. However, the fact that there is a line makes me think that he will play. So I don't know what your opinion on that is, but yeah, let's recap from last week. I have a feeling I didn't do well.
Yeah, that's probably going to be confirmed here.
Has an over hit in this playoffs? I feel like every game has went under, by the way. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I feel like that too, man. At least all the ones I bet on.
Saints Bucks was hit 50. I don't know what was the number.
I think it was 53.
Oh.
So negative.
Yeah. So Scout here, you have Packers -7, Bills -2, Browns +10, and over 51.5. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. So that's a 3-1 week. That over 51.5 did not hit. I know that because I had live bet over 51.5. So That sucks. All right. Woody.
Not a bad
Packers
week.
-7. Win. Ravens +2. That's an L. Over 56.5 in Cleveland. Kansas City L. And Saints -3 L. So 1-3 week for you.
Nice.
And then I had Rams +7, over 50, Baltimore Buffalo, Chiefs -10, and Bucks +3. So 1-3 week for me as well.
Oof.
So me and
Yikes.
you are, well, you're 3-7-1. I'm 3-7. And Scout, you are 5-4-1.
Guys, playoffs has been a struggle for us.
Yeah.
What's going on
Yeah.
here?
It's tough. These games are tough.
I got to reverse whatever I'm doing, which has been reversing my.
Yeah. Get out of here.
I'm in a spin cycle right now. So I just got to restart the brain.
Woody, I know your pick, what your picks are going to be. So I can do them for you if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
They're pretty simple.
Yeah. Woody's going to take the Chiefs -3.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. I'm taking Bills +3. Bills win outright. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Chiefs -3, and Scout, you're taking Bills +3.
Yeah, and then Woody and I are going to take Packers -4.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers. Lambeau.
In Lambeau.
Snow.
Yep. I mean, it would be cool, I guess, to see Brady again, but I don't know. This Packers team just looks like they're on another level.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it just to be an asshole because I like to be an asshole, and I think I like the storyline here. So I'm gonna take Chiefs -3 as well.
Love it.
And then I think this is this ends up being a revenge Super Bowl of the AFC Championship a couple years ago. Bucks +4. I think they beat the Packers. Boom.
All right.
I actually really don't. I really kind of think the Packers win, but I can't be the guy. And I kind of like Tom Brady versus Mahomes. It's kind of like Tom Brady, like, all right, here's the actual torch. Like, I'm actually the GOAT, bro. Like, I went to another division, took a team that didn't make the playoffs, made them playoff team, took them to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to beat the best team that was ever created with a whole new fucking team because I reloaded. Like, it's kind of like you really look back and be like, damn, Brady.
Hold up.
Like, that was lit.
If Brady
and he went through and he goes through fucking Breeze and Rodgers and Mahomes to do it. That's literally LeBron being like, that made me the GOAT.
If Brady does do that, does he just retire? It can't get any better than that.
I think he was still. I don't think he can step away from the game. He's crazy. He just loves football too much.
The only thing that'll make it better is if he does it twice. If he fucking goes back to back.
Guys, he's on the road. He was on the road every single game.
Yeah.
Like
at Washington, at New Orleans, and at Lambeau.
There's a real chance, man. Like, I don't know, like this Bucks, like the Packers are good, but this Bucks team's swaggy. I mean, they're picking off passes with fucking Jordan cleats. Like, it's fucking
their defense.
Dope.
They're fully healthy and they're good. They're really good.
And this Bucks team punched the Packers in the mouth week 6. Like it was
down 10-0.
Devin Bush said they didn't even deserve to be on the same field. It's like 38-10. They beat them.
I think if we go back and do from the podcast we did after that week, we were like, the Bucks are just like mean, man. And like when they get in those fist fights, like they're gonna win. And the Packers aren't really built for that. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't know how you stop Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That's like they're literally
they're on another level right now.
Yeah, like the play that LaFleur ran at the goal line with the motion with Devontae Adams and Jalen Ramsey covering was like brilliant.
And Jalen Ramsey threw a temper tantrum.
Yeah,
because it was like, fuck, that was such a good play.
Yeah, but then like if AB's not full go because he got hurt last week. I don't know.
Still, Vita Vea is still questionable, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
this-
said he's
this-
making a
Carlton
comeback.
Davis, is that the corner? He went out too,
Yep.
but I think he's gonna play.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is just has Brady's season. Like literally, imagine it. Like, come on, he's gonna go through all of these guys, isn't he? Who did he beat the first week? Oh, he beat
Taylor.
Washington football team.
Taylor Hanke.
Yeah. So
But still,
I'm pumped
Drew
for that
Brees,
game, dude. I can't wait.
That
Yeah,
one's,
both
that
games
one's-
are gonna be just unbelievable. I can't.
I
It's
hope
just
it's a.
really
I hope
good.
it's a blizzard. I hope it's like
Oh.
like Brady against Oakland
Yes.
blizzard. Like I want it to be Tuck Rule game blizzard.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it's that. I don't think the weather's calling for that yet. But let's
Oh,
hope
I
now.
can't wait.
Do we think the Bucks perform in the snow? We
That's
know
what I'm
Brady
saying.
can do it.
I don't
but This
know.
Bucks team, can they do it?
That's
I don't
what I'm
know.
saying. Like I
The
know
Florida teams.
Brady's battle tested, and there's got to be some analytic stat, right? Like teams from Florida
Don't do well in the
snow
cold
or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
has to be.
So I just and like Rodgers and the Packers thrive in it. In Lambeau, go Pack, go. The fans are back.
Yep.
But then old me is like, of course, that's so everybody's going to take the Packers. I'm going to take the Bucks.
Don't
And
do
I've
it.
been getting burned. I will never go against Rodgers again, ever.
He's so fun to root for.
I know. And
Yeah.
obviously my Brady hatred is
Lives on.
alive and well. And it's kind of going to Josh Allen now. It's kind of been like a AFC East handing of the torch. So, yeah.
So do we think both of these unders hit? Because they're pretty high, 54.5 and 51.
I feel like it's been unders all playoffs.
The highest number was, I think, in the wild card round, and it was
56.
54. Was 56? Oh no, Cleveland and Steelers. That was 48-37. But besides that game, it's been 54 was Bucks football team.
Okay.
So pretty low scoring games.
Yep.
Only 3 games were over 50.5. So something to keep your eye on.
Buffalo, Kansas City just seems like it's gotta be a shootout.
We thought it was gonna be a shootout last week,
I know.
and it wasn't.
I know. State of the Union. We have a State of the Union, and it's not for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was during work today. I had a lot of time listening to the radio, Philadelphia Sports Talk. Sloth, I'm sure you're familiar with the Sports Blast.
No.
No,
Would you
This-
listen to
I
Fan?
I think that's what it's called. With
Listen to 97 The Fan. I don't listen to that. I listen to WIP.
yeah, it was 97.3. I forget what they called it. I think it was Sports Blast.
ESPN.
But
They need a new name.
anywho, they were talking about let me get the guy's name right. He wrote an article about the Birds, and it went really in depth on the whole Wentz situation and
Oh yeah.
Howie, Jeffrey Lurie, and Doug, what the disconnect was. So real quick, I just want to find, I think it was Jeff McClain. That's who it was, who has come out and he was like a Carson Wentz like hater, if you will. But then he's defended him. And so he's kind of on the fence. But the article got more in depth on how Wentz is super stubborn and like isn't willing to learn or take criticism. And the move to bench him was Doug's move, and he didn't talk to Howie, didn't talk to Jeffrey Lurie about it, just benched him. Because I think we all agree that he wasn't playing well and he should have been benched. But he went over Doug's head, went to ownership and complained about it. And then I guess after the season, what happened in week 17, it was reported that Doug's job was not in jeopardy until after that game when they had the meeting. And from this article that McLean wrote, that Peterson didn't really have plans for Wentz in the future, and Howie and Jeffrey Lurie weren't ready to give up on him. So they basically want to give Wentz like one more go at it to make sure that he's done, because they put so much draft capital in him. So they're not ready to like jump ship just yet. And also in the article that I thought was a cool fact, that Wentz took 36 sacks or something like that. And it was ruled by the coaching staff that 2/3 of those sacks were on the quarterback. So even though the Eagles had 14 different line combinations in 16 games, that they didn't play as bad as it was perceived. And another lineman went to ownership and said that this guy has got to go, talking about Carson. So there's just a lot of drama in the locker room. I'm done with it. I think they should just kind of sell. I've been on the sell house thing all season, so I'm just gonna stay on it, and then I'm just gonna go. And I think
house is so risky, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't.
You could try to get a quarterback for the next 20 years.
Yeah, but I think
You'll
Jalen
have a
Hurts.
good
I think
quarterback.
Jalen Hurts can be good. I personally want Lincoln
I don't.
Riley. I think Lincoln Riley has been. He's awesome. He had Baker, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. 2 out of 3 of them won the Heisman, and Jalen Hurts was a runner-up. So I think Lincoln Riley is an awesome head coach when it comes to offensive schemes and different things like that. And he's, I know McDaniels for the NFL with the Patriots and everything. They've talked to him about different schemes and how he's run things. So I think it would translate really well, and especially now with Jalen, if he were to come to the Eagles and coach him again, I think he would really get the best out of him. I think the offense would be great with him.
All right.
So basically, final stance.
Mm-hmm.
I have been on the Carson Wentz bandwagon. I'm out. I'm over all the comments because they're coming from somewhere, right? They're not just made up. Like, it's been multiple sources that have said, like, he's hard to coach. Also in the article, it said that there was speculation that Frank Reich would want Wentz, and he was like, I don't want to deal with the headache. Like, the only coach that's gotten the best out of him doesn't even want to deal with it. So I'm really out. Let somebody else deal with it. Let's move on. Clean slate, really.
Got it. All right. Before we get to best worst of the week, James Harden was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. They now have Kyrie, Harden, and Durant. Thoughts on that? I mean, I don't think they're going to win it all, just because I don't think Harden will ever win anything because of his play style, similar to Westbrook. I am by no means a super NBA person. I just the eye test. That's all. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. That locker room seems like it. I don't know how well they'd handle adversity, but I mean, I think they got the team chemistry, at least from KD and James Harden. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're going to score. They're going to beat those teams. They'll probably beat the Sixers. So,
did you see Harden's first game?
Yes, he just played well again tonight.
Didn't score a single point until the second quarter, just to prove a point that he wasn't a selfish guy. And then he said after the game, I'm not a selfish guy. He said, I'm an unselfish player. He no points in the first quarter, 30-point triple-double.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. If you give Harden some anger and a little chip on his shoulder, I don't know. I don't want to see the Nets right now with Harden and KD. I don't know if Kyrie Irving is going to play ever again or what the hell his deal is, but I don't know.
Didn't he go to his birthday party or something? Like, he was seen at a party.
They fined him and like did all this stuff. Like, dude, he just didn't show up to a game because he was at a party. Like, who does that?
Tonight, Harden had 34 points on 12 assists. They beat the Bucks by 2. They were 4-point dogs in that game too. So it's working without Kyrie. So
yeah, I don't think they need Kyrie. But did you see that the guy they traded has like a blood clot on his kidney and he's out indefinitely?
Who got him? Was it part of like the 4-way trade or something?
The Pacers, I believe, got Karis LeVert, and they shipped away Oladipo to the Rockets. So that Oladipo was like their, I don't know, second second or best player on the team, and then they got somebody that can't play. He's out indefinitely with a blood clot.
Damn.
So safe to say
Classic
the Nets
Pacers.
won that trade.
Yeah. Can you hear my computer? It sounds like it's about to take off. Can you hear that or no? Yeah.
So what do we think, guys? Did James Harden wear a fat suit during a game?
He's slimmed down tremendously in a couple days.
He was bloated. He definitely had a couple.
Or did he just pull like a
something.
boxer? Just lost 15 pounds in a night.
I think he just came bloated, just drank a ton of soda or something like that. A huge meal.
Like a ton of soda.
Yeah.
He's like gonna burst.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in the Nets and he's looking slim thick.
I mean, if you ate a whole pizza and down a 2-liter thing of soda, man, you'd be pretty bloated. Just did that. Came out to the floor. What's up? I'm not trying to play. The fat suit's a great theory, though. I love that. I love the internet.
Like, if you look up the picture, it's
pretty crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the jersey, like, tucked under the warm-ups weird, but it looks like he's
like 20 pounds lighter.
Yeah, he shed some serious weight. So, I don't know. All right, we'll wrap up best worst of the week. We don't have any nerd alert, do we? Bruin might be back in Warzone. That's all. Nick Merckx dropped a 39 bomb. It looked good, so might give it a shot. Sloth, you have a new tip in Warzone.
Yeah, man. It's called practice. So the thing is, you can go and create your custom lobbies a little 5 minutes before you play. Create a bot lobby, but the bot's up to 300 health, which, everybody's health in Warzone is 200. So it's kind of like swinging a baseball bat a little heavier. It makes it feel a little bit easier to kill people. I don't know. It's just get your aim down. Try it out. Because if you think about it, in Warzone, you don't get that many options to really use your gun. What you're getting into, especially if you're bad. You're getting one gunfight a game. It's not good.
Yeah.
So if you can real quick go kill some bots, get 50 kills, you'll learn your guns faster. You'll learn what a clip feels like, what the recoil is, movement, everything. So nerd alert, go do that.
Nerd alert.
Shout out to whatever TikTok that was. It only had like 5,000 likes. So whatever.
Practice.
Best of the week for me.
Yeah.
I got some lights. So
look at that.
Oh,
if you're on YouTube, you can see it.
Like, comment,
subscribe. Make sure you comment. Nice. So what's your?
Decorate the whole loft area up here. Put some sports memorabilia up the hallway.
So it's yours.
Up the stairs.
You've staked your claim.
Yeah, put my flag up here.
Nice.
Sloth
Made
flag.
a trade. I made a trade. Loft for I gave up the bedroom, living room, family room, pretty much every other room in the house.
Your life.
It's probably worth it, I would say.
Yeah.
You got all you need up there. So
Pretty much. Yeah.
sweet.
So I just need a couple more finishing touches. We need something above the desk. I'm floating around two ideas. I either want like some kind of cool painting or something like that, or if we get into TV, I hang a TV above the desk.
That could be good. That could be good.
I've never, multi-triple task all the time.
Man,
Productivity
you're never
in
leaving that long.
Sloth's world would go up dramatically.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, okay. That probably just
So
blasted everyone's ears.
yeah. Worst of the week. Nothing. That's been a pretty good week. Yeah. I don't really have anything bad, to be completely honest.
Cool.
Maybe future me when I have to drive somewhere, because I'm gonna have to drive somewhere for this fight, and it looks like I'm gonna have to drive 3 hours in some direction. So future me, that's gonna be a problem.
Probably future you for the drive back home. At least you
Big
got the
time, too.
anticipation, like maybe hungover on the way back.
True.
Yeah. Worst of the week. I didn't know dogs could get pink eye, and I'm pretty sure Kylo has pink eye.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could either.
I had no idea. So yeah, he's got, just like a person would with pink eye. He's got stuff going on. So trying to figure that out.
I feel like if they did, dogs would get it more because they're just up each other's butts.
Right? That's
Yeah.
why I've had dogs growing up. I've never seen this before. So apparently pets can get pink eye.
The more you know.
Yeah, now I got to figure out how to fix it without spending thousands of dollars to get eye drops from the vet. So, yeah, well, that's my worst of the week. Best of the week. I don't know. Been pretty middle of the road. Found a peanut butter whiskey. That's pretty good for like dessert if you're down for that. Put it over some.
Cool.
Yep. Put it over some like vanilla ice cream. It's not bad. Not bad. That'll be.
Wait,
my
so
best
can
of the
you
week.
contract the pink eye from him?
I do not know that. I'm
Stay
not.
away. Yo,
That
that stuff's
Yeah.
contagious.
If
Highly.
Find out.
if next
Find
week
out
I'm
next
here
week.
with some pink puffy eyes, then it's confirmed. I'm hoping that's not the case. So we'll see. But that's all I got.
Best of the week. I got two not new, but two new bowling balls were given to me. So got them drilled up, ready to go. Yeah.
What's drilled up mean
Yeah.
for the people that may not know?
So for the
Like-
people at home,
For
You know,
everybody.
yeah, for everybody at home who doesn't know what that means, so you get a ball with no holes in it, and then drilled up means you get 3 holes put in it for yourself.
I just figured they came pre-drilled.
No,
So you just get a ball when you buy it.
correct.
Got it.
Yep,
Who do you get to drill holes? Who does the hole drilling?
my
You
guy.
have to find it. You have to
You
find
got a guy.
I have a
You got a
guy.
guy.
I have a guy.
Wow. What do you
How
call
far
it?
away? How far away is this guy? Are you going like hours to see this
The
guy?
whole driller.
Hour and a half.
What?
Wow.
Thunderbird Lanes. I'll pipe the name.
Shout out. If
Uh,
you want
in
to
why-
Philly.
sponsor,
In
if you want
Philly.
to sponsor, let us know. Thunderbird.
In Philly.
Thunderbird.
How'd you find them? Are they just
Um,
known? They're just known on the streets as the
No,
guys.
one of these guys I bowl with recommended him to me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Very cool.
He's
Was it all
does it-
legit
he's
or was it
basically-
sketch?
no,
was
he's,
it like in a back apartment or something?
no. He actually
back
drills
here.
for a professional.
Oh,
Oh,
Like he had a client of his is on the PBA.
oh.
so,
So he's drilled like the Kim Kardashian's West bowlers of bowling balls.
I mean, so down this way, there's 2 guys that you go to if like you actually
you need
like-
your hole drilled.
if you
Do
need
they
your
like
holes
each
drilled.
other? Are they rivals or do they like each other?
Nike, Adidas.
I don't think maybe it's like a Nike Jordan thing.
Okay. Mutual
Like, they're like-
friends, but
yeah.
still competition.
Exactly.
Got it.
I'd say it's kind of like that.
Got it.
So yeah, that's cool. Also, just a fun fact. So you could buy a $200 ball and then you got to go pay $50 to get it drilled.
That's some shit.
Unless you buy it from the guy from a person and then they have it, the cost is built into it.
Could you have drilled it yourself? How
No.
what's entailed in it?
You need a ball driller. You can't just get a drill like a regular fucking house drill. Don't worry about that.
I was thinking bowling balls are pretty they'd be hard to drill into.
Yeah. Pretty high tech
Drill
stuff.
it.
So that's cool. Can't wait to get them on those bad boys on the lanes.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have a ball waxer then?
Ball buffer.
Waxer. I have a sanding pad.
Oh, okay. There's
All
no
right.
guy that waxes your balls. Heard.
No, I do that myself.
Heard.
But
Got
it's
it.
not wax. It's like
Polish?
It's a polish.
Ah.
Polish and then a sand. So the sanding pad dulls the ball up, makes the ball roll earlier, and then the polish makes the ball roll longer.
I have an idea for a new
What's that?
segment. It'll be every episode. You tell us one weird or tip or something along with bowling. So
All
then,
right, I got you. I'll
between
save
us and
my
our
knowledge.
listeners, it could be anything from stance to accessories.
To
Yep.
polish. To
Yep.
whatever.
Rituals. Yeah.
Whoever
'cause,
you-
we could really
Please
grow
have
the
some
game.
Rituals.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna grow the game on laying it down.
All right.
Grow the
So
game.
you gave us plenty today. So off to a strong start. Do you have a worst? All things good in Scoutland.
Yeah. The worst of the week. Work is slow.
Mm,
Roofs are not flying off the shelves.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Tough season for roofs.
Yeah. It's been a tough month. So
Only takes one.
yeah, we need one good one.
So if you are in the tri-state area and you need a roof, hit up Scout. He's
me
got
up.
you. Any type of roof.
Doesn't matter.
So, all right. Is that all we got? That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Good. All right. I really should do this beforehand. Hit us up: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Twitch. Sometimes.
Question mark.
Yep.
If you want to see Woody fall out of bounds and not get back in, Twitch.
All-time
That was
death.
phenomenal.
That was pretty bad. So we're there. Follow us. Hit us up. We are active. So yeah. All right. We'll be back next week. Recap championship week. The McGregor fight, and maybe the Eagles will have a coach. We'll see. Probably not.
Big week.
Yeah, a lot going on. So
Eagles are never gonna have a coach.
Deuce, your boy Deuce, or quarterback. We'll be back next week, and yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Numbers are going up, so tell a friend, tell your friend's mom, your friend's mom's dad, sister. Tell anybody. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week. Peace.